very strong pick against teams like Onyx. So maybe they're getting ready for the playoffs here, if you think about it. Because again, this game's not really like big in terms of points. Like both teams don't really mind the points at this point.
Yeah.
This is more of a pride game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A show of force.
Show of force, preparation. Of course, BREN Esports would want to climb higher as well. The points, maybe they could still. I'm trying to remember if they still have a possibility of still making it into the top 2. No more, but they do. But they are aiming at least top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Benedetta. Okay, Benedetta jungle.
So
XP lane Phoveus.
This is gonna be fun. So exactly what you said, right?
We'll send it.
Just send it straight up.
You know what? It was a 15-minute game, then a 12-minute game.
Let's make it a 10-minute.
Let's try to make it a 10-minute game.
Let's go for the record here.
But, you know, with the first 3 picks alone, we were already saying there's going to be a lot of things we have to call here. But then there's a Phoveus, there's a Benedetta, a Balman, and then a Grok. This is going to be crazy.
Yeah, good luck on this one.
People flying up, jumping everywhere, dashing everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes. Let's have some fun here, ladies and gents.
This is
game number 3.
Game not for the faint of heart. If you have vertigo, I know how it feels. It is a terrible feeling, but good luck watching this game. There's going to be a lot of things going on.
Not only that, but it's also, again, it's packed here, right? Yeah. And both fan bases are roaring to watch this one, or whatever noise bees make. I'm not really sure.
Buzz.
There you go. Buzz. Of course, Renmar would make the sound effects, and here we go.
Walked right into that.
Welcome to Game 3, NXPE versus BREN.
All right, so, you know, counter to what we said earlier, with carry games and with air-fill games, it's normally a lot longer than 10 minutes. Don't worry, guys. I don't think we're going to have a very, very fast game. But in terms of the mid laners, I think that's pretty spicy.
Interesting, interesting choice, by the way, that just happened right now. Super Marco actually helped out Kaltizi, hence why Kaltizi is now going to be at a 2-buff advantage. The rotation for KZen is orange buff and then Rock Ursa. Kaltizi started the orange buff, was able to get through that quickly, and he also secures the Lethal Wanderer. So that's going to be a slight advantage right now in the early game rotation for the jungler of BREN Esports.
Yeah, Kaltizi. Again, gonna have to kind of just work on out of there with these minions, and he's gonna hit level 4. Past 1 minute. El Piso. Damage from the power of nature is not quite there yet, but he is threatening it.
Yeah, they might. So Kaizen's gonna go ahead and just try to get a little more. Looking for that level 4 here. Donut.
Woo!
They cooked down quite a bit though. They're gonna have to be careful, but pretty safe and steady, I would say, for both sides so far this early on. Meanwhile, they're just going to be waiting about another 30 seconds for that turtle to pop up here. But again, that's where I feel like now BREN has a couple choices because they're going against that combination of the Valentina and the Faramis already. They have to be careful because either you're going to get pulled into a position you don't want to be in, right, from Yelly Haze, and at the same time, you've got to work around honestly, just all the action that is going to be thrown at you from NXPE. So now the one great thing, Kaltizi does have that combination of the Retribution with the lethal counter. So if he really wants to, he does still have a pretty big advantage in terms of trying to secure this first turtle here.
Getting into the pit here for both teams. Oakland gonna hit level 4 soon. Guardian's Barrier gonna be there to block out NXPE. But look at that, Pandora diving into 4 people from NXPE. Basically block him out. Here comes Real World. Trill goes over to BREN Esports, and they want to pick a fight. That's first blood going over to BREN.
Great team fight execution there by BREN Esports. Pandora, the Explorer, again, finding the right target, the back line, bursting them down quite a bit, enough so that in the next team fight, NXP will think twice about diving in way too deep. BREN Esports are ready to counter real-world manipulation, wild charge, turtle.
Yeah, and, you know, that's the way things kind of just played out there. NXP maybe just needs a little bit more time. Look at Donut.
Okay, that could have been something. If Donut got caught there just by a few pixels, that would have been a dead airful. They will make it out there at least in time, but now, BREN Esports, look at that. They're flexing. They are expanding their control and making a dive on the jungle.
You can invade this.
Yeah, pretty good invade here.
They take that.
Kaizen got it. Yeah, Kaizen got it. And that's going to be him walking on out of there for the meantime.
Yep.
You saw the Vendetta with the cursed helmet, or maybe the Molten Essence still.
Yeah.
So that's good. That means that Kaizen's not really in any rush to finish this game as well, since the pen's not going to be available.
Wow.
Right now, though, at the top lane, look at Pandora
man.
and Renegade. The damage is very significant from Paquito, which, if you guys don't know, by the way, will be quite nerfed, possibly, next patch.
Yeah.
We saw a few news bits, not confirmed yet, but
We'll see what happens to it.
I would say very well deserved.
I mean, it's crazy because whether he's running Festival of Blood or just high and dry, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It's like a
Paquito
truck.
hurts.
It's like he brings fists to the land of dawn, so maybe we should make him a little bit stronger. Maybe we made him a bit too strong. So let's weaken those fists a little bit. I mean, hopefully the patch notes is gonna be something funny, like, oh, we found out that Paquito was had illegal brass nuts in his gloves,
Yeah.
so we decided to take that away from him.
Referee counted him out.
Yeah.
Said, you can't do this, guy. You can't do this.
Slight DQ. By the way, that is Yelly Hayes playing a roam.
Oh,
Fairness.
the flicker with a wild charge. Who would have expected that? Straight from the BREN Esports, sorry, for NXP's lineup here. But Donut might be the one who is caught in trouble here. Wow, what a turn of events. That is 2 down from NXP and BREN are roaring.
That is a classic example of oh how the turns have tabled. Next play, a beautiful initiation and set, and throughout the map, BREN Esports are getting kills, getting resources, and getting even more gold to widen their gold gap.
I mean, already almost at 3K here. And just, I mean, it was synchronized so well from the bottom side up to the top, you know, able to secure that one. Ogwen, though, going to walk into the bush here.
Yeah, big swing here, possibly from NXP. There's a kill from Kaizen. And that's a little bit of consolation prize.
Yeah.
Still almost 3K, now 2K rather, for BREN Esports.
Yeah, great consolation prize at that. They caught Super Marco just sleeping a little bit, a bit too eager in terms of getting that gold crab. Next play, EVOS just were the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and at this point, again, you know, just setting things up here, you're seeing, too, just Pandora continuing to bully Renegade. I mean, it is a tough match for him, but maybe that gets a little bit better here for Renegade as the game goes on. And in about under a minute, the next turtle's going to be coming up here. So we see both teams are looking for a pick if they can. Kaizen trying to spawn out, farm back up too, because even with that early kill for Kaizen, the thing about Kaizen playing this jungle Benedetta is that at some point in the game, Kaizen can be comfortable enough to just push down lanes, split push, meanwhile have confidence in the other 4 members to be okay. But hold on, BREN.
Yeah.
They're pushing back.
Yelly Hayes gonna have to go ston out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Ogwen, oh my god, you already used the cult altar for yourself. Chases on for NXP, but looks like with the lack of the cult altar, they will have to kind of just back off for the meantime. And now it's going to be a bit of a reset. As Super Marco does spot out NXP, means that Ogwen, you can't move to mid just yet. So you're going to have to stay here a little bit. Keep me safe, you know?
Yeah, but the turtle looks really good for BREN Esports right now. They should be able to get that freely. Bottom lane, more action.
Yeah, more action from NXT. I don't know why they're staying here too much. But maybe then again, they are trying to rely more on Donut, so they're willing to give away a turtle. Look at that.
They're really trying to force the issue here in the gold lane. They want the Irithel out of lane as quickly as possible, which is the right call. Usually, BREN, even more. They won't stop.
Bro, what is up in here in this bot lane? I don't know why, but they're just pushing the issue.
It's 3v3 in the gold lane for the past 2 minutes now.
Yeah, this is a brawl.
That's going to be a turret secured. Okay, hold on.
Oh, not yet. Yeah.
They hold on to it. It's literally
NXP
1 hit
doesn't want to
away.
let go here.
Oh, man. And with all that happening, okay, some key differences. First, let's talk about the carry. Carry, again, of BREN Esports usually is left to their own devices, hence why they have a really great record with this hero. So now next play, EVOS changed that. They put a lot more focus onto the gold lane of Super Marco to pressure that carry out even more. But what happened is the trade-off, remembering back to RG versus Echo, when it was a Paquito versus a Phoveus, hold that thought, because in the mid lane.
Yeah, big trouble here in the mid lane for NXPE. El Piso able to make it out just in time. Cult Altar popped by Yelly Hayes, but the turret will not fall for now.
BREN Esports finding wins elsewhere, and again, to continue my train of thought earlier, Echo, when they had a Phoveus and it was up against Paquito, they pressured the XP lane, hence why Nats in the previous series had a difficult time. This time around, Pandora will have a good time up against a Phoveus because the Phoveus is barely getting any help in the lane. So that's how things have changed here. Next play, EVOS tried to pressure the gold lane more, Super Marco more on his signature carry, but BREN Esports responded really well.
Yeah, right now, too, it's just BREN just pressing the situations. I mean, they know they have the advantage. It's 4K at this point. They've got the turret, the space around the map in their advantage as well. And, you know, when you swap these lanes, Pandora can now just go ahead and work on that tier 2 force, continuing to bully Renegade and be completely okay with it. It might be a better decision to just come join this fight here so that BREN doesn't just, you know, easily take the first Lord of the game. Maybe you pull something off here if you're NXPE, but right now they've been struggling, and Elpizo needs to be able to grab an ulti. There he does. He grabs the wild charge. So now they're going to look for a setup that they want to get the advantage, because, I mean, other members of BREN aren't even there just yet.
And normally it's a little risky. Elpizo getting ready and primed, waiting for Calteezy to make a move, but it's Super Marco who actually is in front. Wow, the confidence is this guy. Quite confident here for Super Marco. Helps him sustain that Lord.
And Okwin just stopped all that.
Wow. Single-handedly clean execution by BREN Esports this entire game. Massive wins everywhere. Pandora got to pressure the bot lane. They committed Pandora there, knowing that the only one who can respond to him is Renegade, but he's clearly able to beat Renegade in a one-on-one because of the hero differences and the item differences at this point. And then BREN Esports, they just decided hard focus on the turtle. One wall displaced them, got the info. Next play, EVOS really had to play carefully there. They could not and shouldn't have gambled it. They didn't. But this is the trade-off. They get a chance to fight, but they're going to lose a lot of map control.
That NXPE basically crawled to a halt here as BREN are knocking on the doors.
Well, 10 minutes in, they're knocking on the doors, right? So,
oh, pretty much on point. I see.
Too far, but
you know, almost there.
Not sure if they're going to be able to end this though, because NXPE should be able to defend at least this first. Oh Lord, they are going to lose this turret though on the bottom side. Let's see.
Yeah, it's not endable yet, but
they could get all of the base turrets, honestly.
Yeah, that's right. But there's a real-world manipulation. It is going to get blocked out. And the chase is on. Renegade is really jumping in on him.
Yes.
That's against 4 people. Renegade, are you sure we can take it? Yeah, that was a very... Oh, man, Renegade, I'm gotta call you out here, bro. That was a pretty ballsy call, but...
It looked more like, okay, I'll just distract them. I'm going to sacrifice myself so that we have more time to defend. That's what that looked like.
Yeah, it did look like that. It did look that way. But
yeah, I mean, they kept their mid base turret. Top base turret, not broken yet.
Basically throw Renegade straight to the enemy and just hope they don't push.
It was a big sacrifice play, and so far it worked out, but they have to defend another big BREN push.
Yeah, luckily there's no Lord, right? So BREN can't really do anything with that.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, it's just defend over and over again and make sure Donut doesn't die. It looks like that's the call for NXP.
I mean, they're going to have to keep working with this. Pandora is still pressuring the bottom side here without that inhibited turret. You're going to slowly whittle down the mid too, but I mean, at this point, you just take the resources from NXPE, you wait for the next Lord, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat. The thing is, you know, for NXPE, where is that factor? You know, where is that initiation thing? And this is what we were talking about in the draft, you know, when they went with this approach of just pretty much just full send it, you don't have the best setup potential, right?
Exactly.
That's why we see Elpizo constantly trying to get the wild charge, because he's hoping that somehow there's going to be a setup there, or maybe even Yelly Haze can drag someone, right? But even with a Flicker Stampede, it's not necessarily the best way to find those setups. So that's where they're really struggling, because at this point, not only because of the gold lead, but just because of the way that they drafted, you're reacting constantly to BREN, and you don't actually have the best opportunity to react yourself, you know, to actually be the one setting that.
And this is going to be a free Lord. KZN will not be able to make it there in time. BREN Esports is so decisive. Killer mentality right now in this game. Donut picked up a Berserker's Fury earlier, but I still don't think that'll be enough with a massive gap in gold, in levels, in items that BREN Esports have imposed in this game. NXPE's chances and the thought of them being able to defend and set BREN back over and over again is looking slimmer and slimmer. BREN have pulled the right plays, have made the right calls to put themselves in a position where it's just a massive lead.
10K, 11K gold lead here. BREN Esports are trying to get damage into these turrets, and I think it will be a mission success. We got Lord on the bottom side walking in, but the minions on top really ran out. So at least top side inhibitor Ars is still going to stay but how long can NXP hold?
Yeah, I think they're going to go ahead and push this one in here in just a second as the wave is making up. They block that as well with the Guardian's Barrier. All turrets are down, base exposed.
Still a big minion wave here. The setup here from Pandora goes straight into the Aerofel, straight into the Valentina.
Worth.
That could be it. That was absolutely hashtag worth. If you think about it, Ren J pushes him back. He jumps straight into Super Marco. Gets on the few. No more charges, no more procs. On the Demonic Force. Means he's going to have to back off a little bit here. Yelly Haze going into ghost mode here with the Shadow Stampede.
So many minions.
So many minions to deal with. Right now, do they have the DPS? I don't think so. This could be it. And that will be game. It is a 2-1 favor of BREN Esports.
The bounce back of BREN. 2 straight games of just, all right, let's change some things up in how we approach our team fights, our execution. And it was just 2 games of straight up dominant BREN Esports.
The win streak is alive.
Streak is alive.
Streak is alive.
8-0.
8, yeah, they
Oh, is that right?
Series 8 games with few.
Yeah.
But currently they are on a 3-series win streak.
Ah, there you go.
Okay. So, hey, we'll take it, right? I mean, this is
absolutely.
It's getting, every time they win a series, it's getting closer for all the people to start saying BREN Lang Malakas. I would be surprised if people in the chat, you know, are already typing it, because again, this is the story of BREN performing time after time. And it's not just one member that is doing it for them. I mean, again, we do talk a lot about, you know, specifically few, like we did today with this matchup, him and Yelly Haze, but still, you saw it here, right? All across the board, every member of BREN is just doing an amazing job.
It's a great test for the young BREN Esports squad heading into their first playoffs after 2 seasons. To go through what they did in game number 1, and then to show us how they bounce back and come back from a performance like that from their opposing squad. And they did it in such insane fashion with games 2 and 3. How well they controlled that.
I mean,
overall, just good times here for BREN Esports. The Hive is strong.
The Hive is alive.
Hive is alive. There
Hive
you
is
go.
alive. All right. Send that over to manager Addy. It's a suggestion.
The Hive is
The
alive.
Hive is alive. Let's just tweet that out.
I mean, it was like, I think it was like, I'm trying to think. I think it was like a few weeks ago.
What?
Or maybe 4 weeks ago, way back when that streak just started. It was Renmar. It's like, someone asked, what do you get from the Hive? Yeah, I think it was you that's like, honey.
Honey.
Well, they got a lot of honey now, right? So
sweet times for them.
Sweet
times. Hive is
times.
alive. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us for this series. We are going to be throwing it over tomorrow on stage with BREN. Again, I'm Naisu, Rockhart, Renmar. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you, casters. BREN, sunod-sunod na pagkatalo. Give him a round of applause. That was so great. You guys did really great, but we can also take away the fact that Next Play also performed really well. In fact, they took game number 1. They also played tremendously. So paano kayo nakapag-adjust doon after game number 1 para makuha nyo yung reverse?
Nung sa game 1, tinake advantage namin yung yung hindi sila masyadong puipik ng mga pang-setter na tank. Kaya inaagawan na agad namin ng EVE kasi wala nang abot sa EVE kapag ganun. Mga kalibreng poke, vision, and pag nag-ulti yung EVE, malakas mag-zone out.
Now, you've been here for the longest time. You've gone through ups and downs. Nanalo kayo ng M2 World Championship and then na-experience mo din na hindi makapasok sa playoffs. Now, we can't help but notice si Hayes sa kabilang koponan, nag-tweet din siya na first time niya na hindi makapasok sa playoffs after 9 seasons. Out of everybody, you know how this feels. Ano ang mapapayo mo sa kanya kasi part kayo ng potential 10 legends?
Ayun, since 3 beses na rin naman ako nalalaglag sa playoffs, ang gusto ko lang sabihin kay Hayes, sobrang lakas pa rin naman niya maglaro Huwag siyang titigil sa Huwag siyang titigil na i-chase pa rin yung pangarap niya na makapag-international pa rin, makapag-champion sa MPL. Ayun.
Very well said. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Na para naman kay Cal TZ. May nag-post kayo na feeling nyo kahit di man ganun kadami yung fans nyo, sabi nyo, alam nyo na napaka-solid na mga supporters nyo. Oh, di ba? Tinan mo yan. Ano ang mensahe mo sa Hive?
Maraming salamat sa The Hive na lagi sumusuporta sa BREN. Kahit matalo, manalo, nandiyan pa rin kayo sumusuporta sa amin. Maraming salamat.
Eto naman, pasok kayo sa playoffs. Pwede kayong